Kia ora, nau mai, haere mai. Welcome to Wellington. It is the New Zealand Secondary Schools Waterpolo Championship. This is the bronze medal match between the might of Tauranga Boys College and Palmerston North. Palmerston North in the blue caps, Tauranga Boys College in the white. Both sides, well, incredibly unlucky not to make this afternoon's final, but they also know with the depth that now exists across the country in the sport of water polo, they will take a bronze medal if they can. This is a huge opportunity, a huge moment for both schools. Looking forward to having you join us throughout this afternoon's coverage. Both sides going through well-established warm-up protocols at the moment. Those protocols, well, you'd like to think they're well-established. We've got Kira April sitting alongside of me, running through this Tauranga Boys College. You sense here, like most school sides at this level, a combination of youthful exuberance and experience.
Kia ora katoa, New Zealand, and thanks Mark there for the introduction. Absolutely, Tauranga Boys look like a well-balanced team here. Up against a pretty good Palmerston North Boys High School that have had some really good results in this tournament too.
Yeah, we've just had a wonderful match in the the girls, secondary school girls bronze medal game, and as we just have a look at the Palmerston North Boys High School team, that both sides will be wanting to use that first 2 or 3 minutes, just get a bit of a feel for each other, see what they're doing both offensively and defensively. Hamish Edmonds in goal there for Palmerston North. He's been a man mountain. He's been really, really important in their success so far. Keeping also an eye on the likes of Levi Timms, Alex Odom, Connor Mackay, Josh Hughes, Cole Phillips, some of the names that make up this Palmerston North Boys High School team. And for Tauranga Boys College, you've got the likes of Henry Scholes, Jack Jones, Maxwell Rickett, and then of course Harrison Boss. The Boss family, well known in water polo circles.
Great battles here between the coaches, David Cooper here from Tauranga Boys College and James Ross from Palmerston North Boys High School. Both figures here in the New Zealand water polo community have played instrumental parts here in the development of these young lads.
So it'll be Gene Baggett in the number 2 cap for Tauranga, swimming off here up against Josh Hughes for Palmerston North.
And we're off.
And immediately it is Tauranga who will get the early advantage and opportunity, and they immediately decide to take it back into the middle of the pool through Harrison Boss.
Harrison the Boss, the younger brother there of Theo Boss, currently applying his trade at the Hutt Heat Water Polo Club here in Wellington.
Good defence here coming from Palmerston North though. Pressing at the top of the circle, shot comes, a lot of velocity and power on that, and it bounces back, so possession goes still the way of Tauranga. What do the referees say? Are we about to see our first exclusion? We are. So 6 on 5, Tauranga with the early advantage. A push wide.
Alex Odom being excluded there from Palmerston North.
Now, what do they do? Let's just have a look at the defence here of Palmerston. What are they looking to do? Oh, good zone defence, and the goal will count though. And so it is Tauranga with the early advantage. They lead Palmerston North Boys 1-0.
Ethan Carrington there on the wing, converting that shot there. Nice patience there from Tauranga Boys. Bounce shot there against the keeper's head off the crossbar.
Well, just that sheer velocity, wasn't it? That was just allowed to push that door open. And so now Palmerston North with their first attacking opportunity of this game. Happy to use depth, top of the perimeter. Just losing the ball a little bit. Good pressure coming from Tauranga.
Well done to be able to regather that
Tauranga,
ball there.
Though, deciding to sit back, set more of a zone defence, and the shot comes. And yeah, just a little bit of shot clock pressure there. So good defence. Well done there by Liam Edmonds, big number 11 for Palmerston North.
Number 12 from Tauranga again on the move here with a strong drive. Let's see what he comes up with.
Turns, the shot comes. Oh, great piece of goalkeeping. That is superb there from Hamish Edmonds. Tauranga A wayward pass, turn possession over. And now an opportunity to turn defence into offence. Good play here coming from Palmerston North, just surveying his options. Across the far side of the pool there. Happy to be patient. Exclusion comes. Was it just the... Yeah, it is an exclusion. So 6 on 5. Palmerston North with the player up. And through Cole Phillips they go.
Alex Odom there, able to work hard against his opposing player and earning that ejection.
Yeah, some good skills here at the top of the perimeter, but can they find the opening? The opening might come surely. And just decides to drive. The lane is open, but shot clock pressure. Just a little bit of a fumble there from Liam Edmonds. And so it'll be Lachlan Keeney. In fact, it'll be Matthew Anderson, I should say, in goal for Tauranga.
Here's Carrington now with strong position. Earns the ejection, gets the ball.
Oh, good piece of goalkeeping there from Hamish Edmonds.
Carrington unlucky to not finish that shot there.
Yeah, that's what pressure does, though, isn't it?
It does.
Mean, you know, this is big time. This is third in the country up for grabs. Great to see two non-Auckland schools really putting the pressure on the traditional Auckland powerhouse. Oh, wow, look at that. Almost that, well, underarm type baseball shot. Just the sheer velocity, just pulled the trigger. Watch the replay here. Great athleticism.
Josh Hughes with a couple of good fakes. One fake, two fake, and letting that ball go. Just rattling the cage.
Just the sheer strength of those wrists as well. Now, nice entry pass. Oh, that again at the other end was almost as majestic. Boy, you cannot blink in this game. We're calling a replay and they're almost scoring at the other. Such is the pace of this third and fourth
very
playoff.
strong.
Oh, it's getting physical too. It's a great game, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Boy, it's just so suits the New Zealand psyche. It's got everything. Patience now from Palmer. Lovely entry pass. Good defence though. Up there immediately was number 5 and 6 for Palmerston North. Number 5 and 6, Corbin Mackay and Gus Shivnan for Tauranga there. Brilliant defensively. So Isaac Schuler. And Jack Jones. Jones in the number 4 cap. Decides to go down his right-hand side. Happy to switch play. The shot comes. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It looked like they were going to maybe just go one further out to number 11 there, Harrison Boss. But in fact, they just took a little bit of a pace off it. The defence was looking at Boss a little wider. Here we have a look at it.
Carrington
just drop off and bang, just like that. That is magnificent from Ethan Carrington.
Able to shoot that ball between the goalkeeper's arms is what we like to refer to as a donut there, Mark. Tauranga 2-0. Palmerston will be looking to cool things down a bit now.
Well, they've got to try and do something different here because Tauranga North Island champions very, very narrowly losing to Hamilton Boys in that semi-final by just a goal. And so you could argue they are of national championship quality.
Good defensive pressure there by Tauranga.
Amazing to think that it wasn't that long ago that Tauranga didn't even really have a water polo program, and really in the last 10 years have emerged now as a genuine powerhouse. And they'll be looking to try and make it 3. And the shot does come, but this time good one-on-one defence. So Palmerston North looking to push players forward. Look to counter-attack now, and they've got numbers. Can they move it quickly?
Nice counter-attack by Palmerston North here.
Good little entry pass there from Jack Aiken-Cade. Didn't quite come off. And now Tauranga, go long. Good piece of keeping coming right off their line there and just shutting that down. So that long pass looking for Gene Baggett. But very good piece of keeping from Hamish Edmonds. There's a lovely scrap here, but it is Tauranga who will bring it up through Gus Shivnan. Shivnan, little layoff, finds Gene Baggett. Baggett, manhandled. Good defence. Is it Cole Phillips? Might be Jack Aikincade for Palmerston North. Oh, looking to just mix it up, change it up.
Boss with a really good pass there into centre forward.
Yeah, just
1 second remaining.
So it is at the end of the first quarter. It is Tauranga Boys College leading Palmerston North Boys High 2-0 in what can only be described as a very physical, very fast contest.
Absolutely. There, Mark. Tauranga with the clear 2-goal advantage. They are really countering well, this Tauranga Boys team. You're able to see them come out the blocks really quick and finish off with players like Ethan Carrington and Jack Jones and Gene Baggett. Palmerston, though, only down 2 goals so far, Mark. Not so far, but at the moment, Palmerston will be thinking, hey, let's control this game now. Let's actually slow things right down, because when playing against a team that likes to swim, you often have to get them out of their rhythm, and that's to stop them from swimming. So that's what Palmerston North will be looking to do now.
And that will be the message that will be conveyed. I mean, both coaches have now had a look at their opponents, both offensively, defensively.
Yep.
They would have said, okay, this is how they want to play it. This
Yep.
is what they're reading and what we're doing.
Yes.
Do we continue doing the same? Do we look for just those little change-ups?
Yep.
It's a compelling competition, compelling game. Hope you are enjoying the coverage across Māori Television and Sky Next. Kieran April alongside of me. We've got the gold medal games to come on both the secondary school girls side and the secondary school boys side. And such is the physicality and speed, you sometimes forget they are just still schoolboys.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. When I look at some of these young lads and I see them towering above 6'2", you have got to think, man, these guys have got a real future in this sport if they continue to apply their trade.
So Gus Shipman, number 6 for Tauranga. Looking to try and swim off.
John Waldo, Premier Waterpolo referee here in New Zealand.
Yeah, I think he went to Tokyo, didn't he, in 2022, last year, Tokyo 2020. And number 3 will be Josh Hughes. So Hughes versus Shivnan. Palmerston North desperately wanting to try and take control, get that first possession, and see if they can hit Tauranga hard early.
Josh Hughes will be looking to get on the scoreboard. So far has 13 goals in this tournament.
In fact, we've changed it out. So it's now
yes.
Ethan Carrington who's decided to join. In fact,
12.
yeah, sorry, it is Mano Moody up against Gus Shivnan for Tauranga.
Moody so far would like to inject himself into this game.
It is going to go the way of Tauranga. Oh, good play, good play. A little bit of pressure there. They managed to settle it down though, Tauranga, through Harrison Boss. Now Boss looking to try and come forward. He'll control things at the top of the perimeter. Expect the ball to come his way. It does. And Boss now, does he pull the trigger? Does he pull the trigger? Yes, he does, and he scores.
He sure does.
Boy, I tell you what, he sat there.
Well done, Harrison
and
Boss.
just a lovely little piece of feinting there. Bang, bang, and then just like that, have a look at the velocity on this. Look at the height that he does get. Bang, and he beat a kick comes, and I guarantee his heart rate's high at the moment.
Applies the skip shot there. Harrison Boss, well done.
And Liam Edmonds now bringing it forward for Palmerston. They need to score now. They trail by 3. They have to be the next team to score. But once again, good defence. The shot comes off the rebound, though. Just when I said good defence. And just like that, Mano Moody in the number 12 cap.
Mario Moody. That's good follow-up there. His coach will be really happy that we were still able to stay in the game, stay in the play, and score that goal for his team. His team needed that.
Yep. Yeah, well done, Mario Moody.
Number 5, Corbin Mackay in the water for Tauranga.
Now, Tauranga.
Carrington working really hard here in this wing here, Mark.
Yeah, look, they've just got so many attacking weapons, haven't they? Look, wow.
Nice.
You want to see water polo at its finest.
Harrison Boss.
You can try that all you want in training, but to execute it on such a big occasion
Absolutely.
just shows how well drilled this Tauranga school is. Have a look here. Just that little alley-oop and bang, the backhand from Boss. Wow.
He just doesn't stop working the entire drive and is able to get that flick off there. Well done, Harrison.
Yeah, Liam Edmonds continuing to come forward. Finds Cole Phillips. Phillips, lovely little underhand pass. Good defence, though, and the turnover comes. That is absolutely superb there from Ethan Carrington for Tauranga Boys College. And now, Matthew Anderson, the goalkeeper, goes long, right-hand side of the pool. Happy just to drop back here. Good press defence coming from Palmerston North. Applying some pressure. Minor foul.
Boss driving into centre forward.
Yep, again, that little entry pass. Do they find it? A little bit of a gamble. Let's see what the referees say. No, it is turnover, so Palmerston North, good defence. But they trail by 3. Phillips has a look. A lovely little pass. Can they execute? Exclusion coming.
Tauranga down 2 now.
So, must score here, Palmy, surely. So, Tauranga just parked the bus in front of the goal on the 2-metre line, do they? The shot does come. Oh, looks here, the shot comes. Great piece of keeping. Wonderful piece of goalkeeping there from Matthew Anderson.
What a block there by Matthew Anderson. Able to just get his left hand up. Right in time there.
It's just that balance, that ability to not buy into the little fakes, the theatre that comes from the attacker at times, that little shimmy.
Exclusion now on number 5, Corbin Mackay. Palmerston with another opportunity in front of the goal.
Yeah, they really have to score here, though, if they're to stay in this game. Tauranga will run away with it. They've got the momentum at the moment. But this is a game where momentum can shift very quickly.
And here comes Tauranga now.
But they'll be disappointed, Tauranga, they didn't make that final. They finished 3rd last year at the National Championships.
They sure would be, Mark, but at the same time, for these guys, it's a great learning opportunity.
Oh, look, it's not a bad thing losing at schoolboy level. You want to win the Nationals, but you know and I know life's not fair. You've got to learn how to lose before you learn how to win sometimes.
Absolutely.
They've won the North Island Championships. That'll be a big deal for a lot of them, as we see Palmerston North through Cole Phillips.
Good pass.
Oh, that is superb. That is superb. The lovely little entry pass. Brilliant execution from Liam Edmonds. Have a look at this. This is what they've been looking to try and do. They just slowed it down. They've been really sort of setting their attack up more down that right-hand side. This time the entry pass to Liam Edmonds, and Edmonds, well, that is water polo at its best.
Odom there with lots of good work, letting the goalkeeper know, hey, look at me, but then getting his teammate free there in whole set to be able to score that goal. Well done, Palmerston North boys.
So 4-2 is the score. Tauranga in the white caps with possession. Really, if you're Palmerston North, you've got to shut down Big Harrison Boss in the number 11 cap for Tauranga. He is their playmaker.
Absolutely.
He is their X factor.
And you'd want to keep an eye on Carrington down here. He's working really well.
Yeah, Carrington class as well.
Big lad.
Good defence here from Palmerston North. Shot clock pressure now comes on. The big shot off the top of the crossbar.
Good defence.
And again, that defence, as you've mentioned there, Kieran, just forcing a little bit of pressure on Tauranga. And now, can they turn defence into offence? Looking for the exclusion, not getting it. Not getting any help here. Cole Phillips. Good defence coming from Gus Shivnad in the number 6 cap for Tauranga. The top of the circle. Good press defence. Oh, that's good defence from Tauranga all round. Got up in the face just to put a lot of pressure on. There's always that chance of a minor foul of the exclusion when you do adopt that defence. But clearly, they're just such a well-drilled side, aren't they, Tauranga?
Carrington now earning the ejection again. Number 2, Cole Phillips excluded.
So a minute 30 remains in this first half. Bronze medal match. New Zealand Secondary School Boys bronze medal.
Referee Michael Brooks there giving a red card to one of the coaches from Palmerston North Boys High School.
Yep, no.
Looks like assistant coach Ayosefa Tusao being excluded, being asked to leave.
Oh, look, you know, yes, it's only secondary school sport, but it does mean a lot. They've got a lot of involvement in this, and
It sure does.
you know, sometimes we can all become a little irrational, don't we?
Yes.
In the heat of battle, even at school, boys,
But that's
school
also
girl
the
level.
passion.
That
That is the
that's right.
passion.
And if you want passion, well, sometimes you've got to, you know, you can take the benefits of it, and sometimes you've got to accept maybe some of the flaws that
Yep.
go with it as well.
Yep.
And so it's a great attribute. Oh, that is just
Very
too
nice
good,
goal
too
there.
good from Tauranga. Boy, they made that look easy, didn't they? Jack Jones really benefiting from a lovely little entry pass here.
You'd say Palmerston North never really read that play too well, leaving this player open on the post. I don't anticipate that they would have wanted that guy to be that far open, and with no player marking him.
Josh Hughes, number 3, was there. But just have a look at Hughes, and the number 3 cap did everything right. But really, he was trying to defend 2 players, and they had 2 options.
Nice finish there by Jack
Turned on a
Jones.
5-2 now. This game just starting to get away from Palmerston North.
James Ross with a timeout. He would just like to calm his boys down now, get them refocused on the task at hand, and that's executing their game plan.
Well, you see it in a lot of sport, isn't it?
Yep.
How do you shut momentum down? Slow it down. Take your
Absolutely.
time. Take a time out. See if we can just shift it a little bit.
Yep.
You know, and then, as we've seen, just have that little moment. See if you can get that one play which just shifts the momentum, which puts a bit of doubt into the opposition, but picks your team up at the same time. Boy, so much of it's physical, but so much of it's psychological as well.
Absolutely.
So, really, really good contest.
Oh, good ball in. Good ball in. Ooh. Not able to get the call there, Palmerston North.
No, Josh Hughes there, wearing the number 3 cap for Palmerston North. And it'll be Tauranga through Jack Jones, who bring it back up the pool. And looking for Boss again, but good defence this time. Tauranga retain possession.
Gus.
That's good.
Shipman.
That's good. But they continue to press.
Yep.
So Mario Moody, not afraid to get up into the face of Tauranga. And this is the game. Good defence, just a wayward pass. They force the turnover.
Very good defence by Palmerston North.
Coach will be happy with that. That's really good. They should take a lot out of that.
There will be.
Now, can they score
40
before
seconds.
half time to bring it within 2? Through Cole Phillips they go. But Tauranga just so good defensively there with the likes of Jack Jones just sitting back in the pocket.
Palmerston need to get this ball in the hands of Josh Hughes.
Now, the shot does come and they do score, and there it is, 5-3.
Alex
There's
Odom.
still game on, so Odin, we haven't seen a lot of him.
But that was a nice finish.
He's just introduced himself to the wider sporting community. Remember the name, folks. He
Excellent
just
legs.
took the pace off, didn't he? He just took the pace off. And that is that optical illusion. How hard has it been a goalkeeper in this sport? But the ability, in baseball they call it the curve ball. It looks like the fast ball, and then they just take the velocity off and it drops from 12 to 6. Very hard to pick up. Lovely little entry pass. Tauranga look to reply, and they do. Well, anything you can do, we can do just as well. Great combination coming from Gus Shivnan to Jack Jones.
Jones there with an excellent finish and whole set. I feel Palmerston will be very disappointed to allow that goal in there at the end of this quarter.
Just have a look here. Once again. 6-3, 2 seconds remain. The shot comes, it will be no good, and there is the hooter half-time. Tauranga Boys College leading Palmerston North Boys High by 6 goals to 3. An enthralling counter. What's up for grabs? Well, bronze medal, 3rd and 4th place is in the country in a sport that is booming and has so much depth in it. Remarkable. These 2 schools could have been worthy finalists. They will go into their various huddles now, get some instructions from their coaches. Let's start with Palmerston North. They're under the pump, doing a lot of things well, but then it just appears to be slight lapses in concentration.
Yeah, Mark, I agree with that. And but we have to give credit to Palmerston North boys. They've sort of absorbed this wave of just attack after attack from the Tauranga team that seems to be just not stopping all game long. But look, for Palmerston now, they would really like to slow this game down, and use their big shooters. Get the ball in the hands of Alex Odom, in the hands of Josh Hughes, Cole Phillips, and get those guys shooting, okay? For Tauranga boys now, they're up 6-3. You'd want to say, let's keep going, let's keep doing what we're doing, but also let's not give Palmerston North boys an opportunity to come back into this game. As we saw in one of the previous games, teams had little moments that changed the outcome for them, didn't they, Mark?
Yeah, no, I think you summarised that absolutely perfectly. But time is running out for Palmerston North boys. A wonderful school, a school with so much history and tradition, as does Tauranga. These schools have both produced so many wonderful New Zealand sportsmen over the years. Go back through the likes of Palmerston North, kayak of Ben Fui. A number of All Blacks over the years. Of course, the Pulse and Banner are really the focal point when it comes to rugby at that school.
Big props to the Palmerston North schooling and environment and setup that they have. They've obviously got the right people involved there, Mark.
Well, I think you get your coaching right, don't you, first? Get good coaches in, have the facilities, and then, and I think you're always going to go a long way. It is hard, though. You'll just sometimes get a school that just has a really good year come through, and also at school you will get, some kids will develop earlier, and therefore some schools will just naturally maybe have a physical superiority, and that can change from year to year, and that's the great thing about schoolboy. Very hard to have a dynasty.
Absolutely. Well done.
Mind you, Hamilton Boys High School looking to try and create one a little bit later.
Sure.
Defending champions in the final game. We'll have that for you a little bit later this afternoon. You are watching Palmerston North on the blue here, up against Tauranga Boys College in the white caps. And Tauranga leading 6-3. The shot does come, but again, just a little bit wayward. So
Jacob Booth with really good position in centre forward for Palmerston, creating that zone defence from the opposition. But now Tauranga back on the attack. Strong counter from this team. You think some of these Tauranga boys would be involved in a lot of surf life saving up in Tauranga?
Yeah, look, I think it is. I mean, it's a great beach community, isn't it?
Okay.
But I mean, if you're wanting athletes for other sports, I'd be picking them out of Waterpolo just because of the mental fortitude, the toughness that you need at this level.
Absolutely.
This is a hard sport. I've been lucky enough to commentate a lot of sports over the years, be involved in a lot, and few come harder than this.
Well done.
So it's a credit to these young men and to the young women that we've seen at this National Secondary Schools tournament. Now Palmerston North, though, the big cannon of a shot, and they still got possession, have they? No, possession gets turned over the way of Tauranga. So desperation now just going to start creeping into Palmerston North. They still just need to slow it down, stick to what they've learnt in training, try and slow time down. But Harvey Scholes, I should say, Henry Scholes for Tauranga Boys College.
Carrington now with the lob.
Lovely little lob pass.
Unfortunately inside of the cone there, which means he couldn't take a shot.
So 6-3, the score remains. Kieran April alongside a mate of the Hutt Waterpolo Club. A great player in his own right out of Sacred Heart. Again, looking for that little inside pass, but read easily by Tauranga, and they'll bring it back up through Gus Shivnan. And their attackers, Jack Jones moving up there in the number 4 cap, defence getting back. We've seen Alex Odom get back, and now comes the shot, but not quite enough on it. And immediately Gene Baggett just says to himself, I could have done better. I think you've been hard on yourself, Gene. Outstanding. And now Liam Edmonds. So wall-to-wall entertainment.
Tauranga now, 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
But this is good play here from Tauranga, not mucking around. The shot does come. They just really just caught Palmerston North napping here. For so much of it, they've been quite strategic in the way they've set up offensively. That time, just deciding to go a little bit quicker. Ethan Carrington there, and really before Palmerston North had a chance to sort of catch their breath, to still see a number of players getting back. The shot was on, and a lovely little change up in tempo.
On this replay here, you can see a lot of the Tauranga boys still being horizontal in the water. That means that they're moving, Mark, so they're able to get the ball in space and being able to finish opportunities like those.
Fitness too, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
now it does come down to fitness, comes down to the quality of your squad. Tauranga with a quick turn. No, they turn it over. And there will be an exclusion here, surely.
Surely.
And here they come, Tauranga again in complete control. The shot does come. Looks to fake with the shot. Oh, look at that. That is superb.
Good
Look
finish.
to go down to the left side. And then just that subtle ability while high out of the water. Then opens the door down the right. Look here at the illusion. Watch this. This is just beautiful. Fake. And then inside. Oh, superb. You can watch it all day.
Excellent work there by Gene Baggett, finishing off that opportunity there for Tauranga. He's been really good today.
So Lee Edmonds for Palmerston North.
Ooh.
And now back up through Gus Shivman. And immediately Palmerston North back under 8 pressure. Getting back desperately is Jacob Booth for Palmerston North boys.
Tauranga now. I feel as though the coach might be talking to them about some game management now. They're up 8-3 at this point in time.
At some point when we get into that final quarter of 6 minutes, the 30-second shot clock where you can look to run it out, suddenly 6 minutes becomes 5.5. You've got to find 5 goals. It's not an easy thing to do when you've seen how good defensively Tauranga have been. I guess the thing they've got, that they learnt a lot from last year's secondary school. They probably have a little bit more experience in terms of playing at this level. Palmerston North, though, you know, when you run through their team, how are they going to look next year? And how much better are they going to be for this experience? As we see Tauranga really now just taking control of this bronze medal game. Corbin Mackay with the goal for Tauranga.
Big finish here for Corbin inside a centre forward, able to spin that player slightly, get control of that ball and finish off with a nice skip shot there from centre forward. Well done, Corbin Mackay.
Tadeo, the word for goal is Piro. Pass is Maka. I was going to say sprint, which is final, but they're not really sprinting at the moment, are they? It's a bit more strategic.
But unlucky there not to get a call there, Palmerston North. Nice move by Mario Moody.
He goes long. Tauranga again. Chance here. Too easy now. Well, the floodgates really are opening up. Palmerston North, they've dropped their heads. They're going to need to try and find something here. It's just starting to get a little bit away from them. I just wonder whether possibly look at taking a timeout if they do have one left.
Just a bit big and a bit too strong there, Carrington.
Talking to Tauranga, they were, I think, disappointed that they didn't make this final. They didn't quite hit their straps last night against Hamilton boys. And we know that at this elite level it comes down to 0.01% in performance. And
absolutely.
Sometimes you just get in the pool and it's not quite there, and then you have games like you're seeing now where everything is working.
Look at that amazing amount of white water every time Tauranga gets the ball. These guys are really pushing 100%. It feels as though they would really like to secure this bronze medal and send a bit of a message.
Yeah, I think send a message too. I think part of it too is let's play for the full 24 minutes. Let's be that complete team. But I think what's really pleasing is that we are seeing the schools south of the Bombay stepping up now. It's not just the Auckland schools. My understanding is that up until last year, no school outside of Auckland had ever won it, and then Hamilton did do it. And now we've got Palmerston North, Tauranga, and we've seen a lot of emergence of the Christchurch schools as well. But as we do come to three-quarter time, it is Tauranga Boys College leading 10 goals to 3 over Palmerston North Boys High. If you're the coach of Palmerston North Boys High, what do you say? What do you do here? What's the message? What's going to put a smile on their dial over the next 6 minutes?
Well, actually, knowing James Ross and, interacting with him numerous times, I think he'll be instilling some belief back into his boys. He'll be saying, listen, guys, we need to get some respect back here. We're down 10-3. You guys are not a team that should be down 10-3 in the bronze medal match. You guys are better than this. And just instilling that belief for his boys. As you can tell, a lot of the boys' heads are down a bit now at the moment, but this is really where those senior players will step up and get those boys going again.
When you come up against a team that is dominating you offensively, what do you do defensively? Is there an automatic default setting do you go to? Do you just create the wall? I mean, how do you simplify it?
Yeah, hey, look, a lot of that defence is personal responsibility and accountability. You have to be accountable for your man, okay? And you'll just be wanting to reiterate to these guys, you've got 2 hands, you've got 2 legs, there is nothing differentiating you from your opposing player. Just mark up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's really important. Also, those one days where individually and collectively you had your best game, so you know what you're capable of doing. Draw back on that experience. Say, look, I'm good enough to be here.
Absolutely.
I remember the day when I dominated a player so much better than me.
Yep.
Hey, I need to find that now.
Yep.
You know, that's a key to sport, isn't it? Trying to bring out those good days on a more consistent level, individually and collectively.
Yeah.
But so the swim off.
I mean, the mental side of it, we can see it on players' faces. You know, they need to be wanting to go.
Gus Shivnan in the number 6 cap, and he'll be swimming off against Josh Hughes for Palmerston North in the blue cap. And we are underway in this final 6 minutes. It is Tauranga leading 10-3, and it will be Tauranga who do get the possession, and they'll immediately bring it up through Isaac Schuler.
Palmerston deciding there to start the game on defence and letting Tauranga win the swim off.
So giving themselves a little bit more organised, taking maybe a little bit of the panic out of their game might be the message. Slow it down.
Carrington.
Look about your space. Yeah, zone tight defences, and does that count? No.
Nope.
So didn't quite go in. No ball line technology.
Advantage here on the left-hand side of the water.
Going to use it. Good defence though. This time coming from Kerry O'Reilly for Tauranga.
Ethan Limmer. Can they find Ethan? Oh, 5 metre. Here we go. Penalty now for Palmerston North boys. They couldn't have asked for a better start to this quarter.
Yeah, well, you know, if they look back on this game and they do go away in 4th, they'll look at that third period particularly and say, we just got away from us there. And I think they'll be wanting to really just try and come home strong here, and that is a good shot. So they're the first goal scorers in this 4th and final period, 10-4 Tauranga, leading Palmerston North.
I've got to take my hat off here to the Palmerston North boys school. You know, these guys don't have the luxury of having a beach close by. Okay, so they have to travel to areas like Wellington and come playing against Wellington schools.
Well, I mean, I've said it, the biggest challenge for water polo in this country is pool space, is facilities. It's now Tauranga. Can they get it back to a 7-point lead? Lovely little entry pass. Go back to the top of the circle. Good defence.
Good defence, Palmerston North.
From Cole Phillips in the number 2 cap.
Cole Phillips on the counter-attack as well, Mark.
Yeah, Hamish Edwards, the goalkeeper.
And here comes
lovely
Limmer.
little pass, and this is real chance here. Surely exclusion.
Millage.
Surely might even be a penalty. Let's just have a look what they do say. 6 on 5. Well, you can sort of understand why Tauranga decided to go a man down.
Another exclusion here now for Tauranga.
Okay, wasted opportunity. Wasted opportunity for
Unfortunate
Palmerston North. So they had 2-man advantage. Couldn't do anything with it. And now Matthew Anderson for Tauranga gets play back underway. 4 minutes 21 remains.
Carrington now.
There's a cross.
Bit of a tussle there.
Oh, great piece of individual brilliance.
Harrison Boss. Good finish there.
Boss, keep an eye on the name Boss. Harrison Boss. We've got Teo Boss.
Look at him now getting that ball.
The older brother. Just have a look at this. Look.
Head underwater.
Look at the skill there. That ability with the mitt to grab that ball, hold it. Well, people are manhandling you.
Good leg strength as well there.
Yeah, he just slows time down, doesn't he? Other players would panic. He shows his experience and class. So chance here for Cole Phillips. Looks for the little entry pass. And looks to try and find Mario Moody. Oh, just lets the ball go now. Fatigue starting to kick in.
Palmerston with another opportunity.
Now, Sam Maleta for Palmerston North. Top of the circle. Ooh. Good defence again from Tauranga. Doing it too easy at the moment though. That'll be Matthew Anderson. Gets things back underway again.
Palmerston North not able to take advantage of that numerical advantage that they had at that time in the water there, being a player up. But here comes Carrington now for Tauranga boys.
Chance here, surely. How does he play this? Oh, he just uses physics, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
He says, I remember what I learned back in 5th form about taking a bit of the pace off it. creating the illusion.
Henry Scholes. Good finish, young man. Absolutely good finish.
Yeah, a lot of time, didn't he? And so 12-4 now. Tauranga in control of this bronze medal match.
Just over 3 minutes remaining.
Oh, big cannon of a shot too, but the mitt comes out from Matthew Anderson. They'll get the corner though.
Cole Phillips there with a nice fake up top.
Quality player, Cole Phillips. Been everywhere. Can't fault him.
He'll just be a little bit gutted he was not able to get himself into more shooting positions in this game.
Come up arguably against the best defensive unit at this competition.
Yeah.
That's what you're up against. And so there you can see it on the face of Jacob Booth.
Timeout there.
So timeout being called. 12-4. We've got clearly a very, very good program at both schools. Minka, and you've seen the evolution of the sport here. Really
Absolutely.
has been dominated a lot from Auckland schools, hasn't it, over the years?
Yep.
South coming through Sacred Heart, one of the powerhouses.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, as an Aucklander, I don't, you know, if it's not going to be my old school, say, in Mount Abbott Grammar, you want to sort of see an Auckland school win it. But then when you get to know a sport, you actually go, you know what? No, I actually want to see the closest competition.
Absolutely.
Because that means that we've got good feeder systems right around the country.
Exactly.
And we need to have that collective mass if we want to be good internationally.
Absolutely there, Mark, spot on. It's great for the regions to be introducing water polo and to be actually flourishing and resulting in them playing in big games like this. It's good to see for the regions. But I look forward to more of these regional teams shining in later years.
Yeah.
Give these boys about 3 or 4 years together and you will see them dominate even more.
But, you know, they'll have their school assemblies
Yep.
on Monday, and
Yep.
they'll be, Palmerston North will be saying, hey, we just finished 4th at New Zealand secondary school,
Yeah.
so 3rd formers, 4th formers, or I'm not sure what they call them these days in years.
Yep.
We'll be sitting there going, I wouldn't mind being a part of that program.
Yeah.
You know, and
There
all
will
of these
be.
schools going, hey,
They will be.
what's the school team you want to get in? I'll
Yep.
tell you what, water polo, that's
Yeah.
where you want to be. Look at
Absolutely.
the coverage they got last year.
At such a young age there, Mark, it is great to involve all of your friends with this water polo game. It is a great team sport. And later on in life, I think you can attest to the fact that in business, you know that being a water polo player, you have this ability to work in a team and really achieve your outcomes.
And you understand what mental fortitude is.
Absolutely. Great opportunity for mums and dads to get their kids, girls and boys involved with the sport and focusing on a water safety aspect, because playing water polo, you do become more confident in the water. You do realise that you have the capacity to hold your breath for a long time.
So we're just having a look at some of the numbers there. Potai Seakoma Toru, number 13. There for Tauranga is Matthew Anderson.
Palmerston now will want to make a quick muck up.
Oh, great piece of keeping. Great piece of keeping. Coming from
Palmerston.
Matthew Anderson. Oh, for Tauranga.
Lucky not to get the poru there in the back of the net.
So Poru is the Tereo for ball, and Pido is Tereo for goal. Exclusion, Olkati, and that's a key part of this game too. Because I would imagine Olkati getting excluded at times, probably a little bit like a referee trying to rule which one of the front rowers went down. It's a bit 50-50.
Yeah.
Sort of, I'd imagine
Absolutely.
a lot of theatre goes on too in terms of trying to convince the referees that some skullduggery going on underneath the water. And now the big shot comes, but great defence once again from Tauranga, getting the big mid up.
Very
really good
rugby
opportunity there from Liam Edwards.
Very good rugby comparison there by you, Mark. It is great to see the level of both the schoolgirls and the schoolboys levels. Not being able to travel overseas, obviously has impacts for our national teams and our age grade teams. But as you can see here today, we've been blessed by some high level water polo.
Great example right there again.
Yep.
Yep. Jack Jones there. Just have a look at this. Just a lovely little entry pass.
Absolutely.
No, in fact, it comes from
Carrington.
Carrington, and then Carrington. Just too easy here, really. Just leaves the door open. And lovely little goal from Jack Jones.
We've said his name a few times today, Carrington. He's been instrumental in helping this team out.
So 13-4, Tauranga.
Oh, unlucky there to not get a call there, Palmerston North boys. Again though, here comes Tauranga.
Yeah, they'll just want to try and finish this off here.
They will.
Can just run the shot clock down if they want. But it is, we talk about, yes, some kids will move on next year and go to university, but I think what this team will want to do, let's play the full 24 minutes, let's play the next 36 minutes.
Yes.
We want to set a standard for next year.
Yes.
You come into this team, we're a 24-minute team.
Yep. And don't get me wrong.
Oh, brilliant piece of defence on that occasion. That was superb there from Mario Moody. Superb, got up the big number 12. Have a look at this. That's a masterclass in defence.
Big block there. Well done,
huge amount of power, huge amount of leg drive. So strong through the torso.
And let's not forget, Mark, lots of these kids here will be playing water polo during the summer, and then hockey, rugby, and other sports during the winter period. And you can absolutely see the transition and the translation between the two.
Well, I tell you what, though, if you're a water polo player and then you go play those other sports and everyone's going, it's so hard, you go, no, it's not, mate. I play water polo. This is easy. This is a day off. This is a holiday. And there it is. It's all over. It is Tauranga who beat Palmerston North Boys High 13 points to 4. So Tauranga Boys College are third in the country for 2022 in a dominant display both offensively and defensively. They were disappointed not to make this afternoon's secondary schools final. They've shown their class. It's the second year in a row. They're here to stay. Look out the rest of the country because Tauranga are officially now a recognised powerhouse. And do not underestimate the might of Palmerston North Boys, because when it comes to sport and they get a little bit of a sniff, they put in the resource and they become a powerhouse. Water polo is in a wonderful place. Don't go away, because coming up next we have the New Zealand Secondary Schools Girls Final between the might of Westlake up against the powerhouse that is Diocesan.